Hello YouTube, and welcome to a playthrough of a ROM hack of Advance Wars 1 I made back in 2011. It's almost been 9 years. It's crazy to think I've been doing the ROM hacking thing for so long, especially for Advance Wars. But back in 2011, I hastily threw together a map collection for the 10th anniversary of Advance Wars 1 and made a War Room hack out of it. So I decided to play through it again because I've actually been playing a lot of Advance Wars DS lately. I just had the drive to play through some of the older games again, like try out some of the old maps I never got to finish. I'm actually pulling a lot of S ranks in Advance Wars DS's War Room. But anyways, the 10th anniversary map pack with a glitchy title screen. It just has 20 maps, no changes to the COs or gameplay. Bean Island's not exactly a new map, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna play through it, and I'm gonna select Grit because being a Famicom Wars map, they kind of have this natural favoritism towards indirect units, because back in the Famicom Wars days, when two direct units attacked each other, they fired at the same time instead of taking turns. And that ended up favoring the indirects a lot because they didn't get counterattacked. So yeah, this is what I'm gonna do. I don't really have anything special in mind for this playthrough. I'm just gonna try and S-rank everything and get, I'm actually gonna try and use every CO at least 2 times, because there's 10 playable COs and 20 maps, so naturally you can get through all of these maps by using each CO 2 times, and you'll have used them all evenly, so this is the first Grit map. And I'm also going to be using Emulator Turbo a lot, because I think I feel good playing this game when the enemy turns fly by. I don't like waiting for them to take their turn. Advance Wars didn't exactly get around to implementing enemy phase skip like Fire Emblem did. What should I do here? Maybe I'm spamming artilleries too much. Nah, when you're playing as Grit, you can never spam artilleries too much. See, how did he go down to 5? Oh yeah, he started with 8 HP, because I shot him once already. I suppose I'd better get that tank out of the way. There we go. I'm not going to use a lot of Emulator Turbo quite yet. So yeah, like I said, I just kind of felt like playing Advance Wars. This is a thing with me. I tend to just play whatever I feel like sometimes. Not exactly the best start to this. I should be paying attention, because I do want to get S ranks. Because before I started recording, I tried out all of the maps all over again to see which ones I could feasibly S rank. And I should be able to get S ranks on all of them. I think it's in the cards. Yeah, I apologize if this first map is taking a while and is not particularly special or interesting. Andy's got his CO power now. Of course, in Advance Wars 1, yeah, it was probably not such a great idea to choose Advance Wars 1 for the ROM hack. You know, just because Advance Wars 1 has really awful AI. Like, you're gonna see a lot of AI exploiting when I get to the later maps. I'll use the infantry here. So if you want to make a ROM hack with any sort of difficulty, you should probably use, like, either Advance Wars 2 or DS. Or Days of Ruin, even. Because the DS games are the ones with actually semi-competent AI. I guess you could say that you just have to learn how to exploit them again. He's got a slight advantage in money. But I've almost got my CO power loaded. And Grit was crazy in Advance Wars 1. Of course, everybody was either crazy in Advance Wars 1, or they were completely useless. You had your Maxes, and then you had your Sonias, basically. I'm gonna keep that tank out of the range of the mech. Because one of the ways you can exploit the AI in this game is that The most COs never use infantry to attack other infantry. It's so strange. Like, I think there's some sort of, like, benchmark for how much damage they want to deal and or take, and infantry versus infantry just doesn't do that matchup. Oh, that was silly, leaving the artillery out there in the open. Alright, let's see if we can make headway. Most people probably didn't realize this, but Grit doesn't actually boost the attack of artilleries day-to-day in Advanced Wars 1. Alright, so now we're just going to wipe out every single unit they have. Because snipe attack in this game does +2 range, which is crazy. Like, super snipe hasn't been invented yet, and still, the damage is rather insane. Oh, what do I aim at? That's what I aim at, I suppose. I hope we can get up to that rocket before it starts firing. Well, actually, it's going to stay still, so we should be able to fire at it depending on what target it decides to pick. More artillery. Just send more artillery. Oh, he's not going for the CO power? Interesting. Let's do this. And I want to get rid of the rocket. I'm probably playing this way incorrectly. That's not even going to get rid of the rocket. Yeah, this is suboptimal so far, but I think I'll be okay. I'm just gonna join those two units. So yeah, I hope I get an S rank on this. It would be very silly for me to just load the thing up and then fail the S rank. Now will he hyper repair? Yes, he will. Rocket's probably going to... Okay. I think I should be okay for technique so far. Because I'm just kind of... My brain's just kind of on autopilot for this first map. It's Famicom Wars, so it's very much an autopilot-y kind of thing. You don't really need to put a whole lot of thought into how you play. I'm fairly certain that in this ROM hack, it's not possible to get 999 S ranks with every CO, which is probably a sign of poor design on my part. It's like, this was like 8 years ago. I was a very different level designer back then, and I did hastily throw this together in order to make the release day that I wanted. Alright, so we're getting closer to the HQ here. I'll just get rid of that, it's in my way. Now we can work on maybe occupying the bases. Yeah. Grit's crazy in Advanced Wars 1. Like, the direct firepower penalty doesn't really hurt him much because you still do decent amounts of damage to most COs. Of course, Max probably still beats him by a country mile. Because he could simply just not build any direct units. Probably depends on the map you're playing. Of course, Grit really doesn't like air battles. Alright, so progress is going smooth. Just gotta shoot up the rest of the units here. There's just a couple of them left. Just go ahead and join there. I join units a lot when I play this hack in particular. Because as you know, when you join units, it doesn't count as losing a unit. Which probably keep track of how many units I've lost so far. Alright, so we should be pretty close to, if not finishing the map, I should have a CO power ready soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I'll wait until next turn. It should be very easy to finish this on the next turn. I haven't even used Emulator Turbo yet, but when we start getting into the multiple enemy CO maps, then that will be when I start using a lot of Emulator Turbo. Alright, let's see where we're at so far. 28 units built, 4 lost. Probably not good. I'll just build nothing but infantry from here on out, so we're up to 32 and 4 losses. And this CO power should be enough to finish off Andy for the first map. Gosh, look at these damage numbers. I've forgotten what Advance Wars 1 is like. And build some more units to improve the technique score. And there we go. Bean Island is down. 1 down, 20 to go. Or 19 to go. Oh yeah, that's definitely a perfect. No! 2 points! I'm 2 points off! That's terrible. What did I mess up on? I don't see what I messed up on. Well, that's an unfortunate start to this little adventure. 997. How fabulous. What's next on our list? I'm gonna play the next one. Oh yeah, this ROM hack is filled with stupid puns, too. Max Payne. We get it. Let's roll with Sammy for this one. Sammy's not really as powerful in Advance Wars 1 as she is in the other games. Let's see here. Alright, so we have the first completely new map, and, probably... I think I see what I'm supposed to do here. Oh yeah, I should also mention that this, ROM hack is hurt somewhat by the fact that there are a lot of AI glitches. Like, there are maps where the enemy builds missiles when there's no airports, or no reason to build missiles. Alrighty then, so Max is gonna get that, Max is going to get that, airport soon if we don't stop him. But I don't think he will... I can't remember if he builds air units on this map, even, because... Yeah, similar to them building a missile when they don't need it, it's also possible for them to just never build any air units. Alright, we will build... Sammy's tanks are okay-ish. What is that tank doing? I don't see why it's going that way. We'll just send a flood of mechs over to his HQ, and that should win it for us. The classic strategy of sending waves of mechs over mountains. Alright, there goes his tank. That was very strange. Keep up the mech flood. I swear I'm good at Advance Wars. I don't just mech flood everything, but then again, I designed the mission, so... Oh, that hurt. I forgot about Max's stupidly high attack power. That's a thing you gotta keep in mind when facing him. How much damage will this do? Jeez, he's so good. You know, I think I actually figured out how Max lost all that attack power from Advance Wars 1 to 2. Oh, see, look at this. Max with a bunch of artillery. That's Advance Wars 1's AI right here. Anyways, I was saying that I think I know why he lost all of that attack power. It's because he got rid of the tattoo under his left eye. Did anyone notice that he had a tattoo under his left eye? No, that's his right eye. Even I didn't notice. It's gonna take a little longer to capture that airport. So yeah, he's building lots of artillery for some reason, and he's, not really defending that airport. So you can see why the Advance Wars 1 is not the game you want to work with if you want the AI to actually be kind of good. And, you know, people already knew about the APC trick where you can distract enemy units just by putting an APC in their path. But really, it goes so much deeper than that. That's just the most noteworthy tech. Look, he built a rocket. You know what? I think this is because the, since this map overwrites a map that was originally a grit map, the game might be thinking, oh, I'm playing as grit, I'm supposed to build lots of artillery. But I switched it to max, so yeah. Like, it might be just that the AI is determined on a, like, per map basis. Like, if it's grit, it'll build lots of artillery units. But I originally thought that, that only really went as far as what units to build out of airports or bases, like based on whether there was an airport on the map or not. We haven't seen him build any missiles yet. See, this max force isn't even that good because all he's got is a rocket for firepower. Alright, that's our airport now, thank you very much. I hope I haven't lost too many units. 18 built, 2 lost. Yeah, we're definitely alright on that front. I mean, I don't think I even needed to select Sammy because, like, I think any CO could do this, honestly. And we'll go ahead and get a medium tank in here. Honestly, they probably could have made it to the HQ by now if I'd started building them, like, from the start. Alright, so that guy's dealt with. We can get rid of that guy and that guy, and we have double time now. Not one of the most useful CO powers in the world, but it's appreciated when you get it. I could have moved that APC one space closer because I'm probably going to double time on the next turn. In fact, if I do double time, then the mechs will probably be able to reach the HQ. And we don't exactly have Victory March, but, like, it's fine. Alright, so double time. In a situation like this, it's still really good. A lot of COs in Advanced Wars are situationally good, better, or just outright great. Let's take the tank all the way over here. And I should be able to start on the HQ, but I'm probably going to route the map before that happens. So there's still a handful of enemy units left. Wow, that's a lot of firepower. It might be harder to play COs in Advanced Wars 1, besides just, like, rolling over everything with max. But it's very rewarding when you do. Luck, please? No. Alright, it's probably going to take one extra turn. Yeah, he can't do anything at this point, so I needlessly took an extra turn. But I think we should be good. Is it going to be a 997 again? No, it's triple nines. Of course. I forgot what all of the time limits were for getting an S rank in speed. But hey, so far so good. 2 down, 18 to go. I don't know how many videos this is going to take. Like, it depends on how many maps I do per session, and I'm thinking, like, 4 maps a session, just because these are very easy to blitz through and destroy. So, 4 maps a session, it might take, like, 5 videos to complete all of this, depending on how it goes. So, map number 3 is against Sammy, and we're using Nell, just because. No particular reason for selecting Nell. I just want to use all of the COs at least once. I should probably get over to this base here. I forgot it was there. Gotta get over there and stop it from producing too much. I think if you want to get, like, the optimal times in this ROM hack, then you do kind of need to learn a couple tricks, like sending out a recon on the first turn to get some early infantry harassment in there. That's something that you... Oh, well, the early recon does allow you to block the factory there, so that's good. That is a technique you can learn if you want to get, like, optimal times on this. Of course, now the question is, what do we do from here? We're very clearly going to capture that base. The question is what to do afterward, because if you want to challenge Sammy to a mech flood war, she's got stronger mechs than you, so I don't know how that's going to turn out. Let's pull the recon back here. Right, so this is going pretty good. This is classic Advance Wars right here. I never really count on the extra damage from Nell's day-to-day ability. She can do up to 2 extra points of damage at random, but it usually doesn't happen for me. I guess I must be unlucky. So I'll just rely on the same units that I normally would. Guess we're going to have to choke that point with some artillery here. And that infantry is still capturing stuff. It's going to get Sammy some extra money. Oh, see, and there you go. Another AI glitch. So yeah, Sammy built a missile even though there's no airport on this map. Like, it makes me wish we were playing Super Famicom Wars, because they outright disallow you from building missiles if there's no airport in that game. Then again, those maps take forever. So I'll stick to Advance Wars 1. Now we start going for this base. I think we're going to have to challenge Sammy to a mech flood. Mech flood, battle, war, thing. At least anti-airs have some utility even if there's no airport. Oh yeah, we also gotta get our power score up by destroying enemy units. I actually don't remember exactly how score works in Advance Wars 1. It's just been so long. We'll just add some infantry up there and keep it moving. Probably gotta get somebody to deal with that incoming infantry. It's probably going to go for the HQ. Makes me glad Sammy doesn't have Victory March in this version. Why is she not building anything? Where are all of her... Oh, there's a medium tank there. That's why. Well, let's see if that medium tank is smart enough to get closer and stop me from capturing that HQ. I think it's deliciously ironic to capture Sammy's HQ. I hope that's enough damage on the artillery. That was actually a lucky roll, I think. I also wish the game would kind of indicate when you were getting a lucky roll. Like, it's very easy to see you doing more damage than intended, but it's not always, like, 100% clear if the extra damage is just coming from the lucky roll or if it's something else. Here comes double time. I don't think Nell has enough CO meter for her power quite yet. Nope, not even halfway there. But we're very close to capturing this HQ. It's gonna take a lot of hits to destroy a Sammy infantry during double time. Where can this medium tank hit me? I'm just going to get rid of your artillery for you. There you go. Now he can't hit me. Just work on capturing some more stuff here. If Sammy doesn't build something near the HQ, I think I win. But they always... well, a regular infantry. So it might take a little while longer to capture this HQ. I better build something here just to better defend the capturing HQ. Trap this infantry here, keep that artillery there for the medium tank. And I'll just join these since I'm not using them. If you're not using units, you should probably try to, like if you've got a units that's just sitting there like dead weight, you could probably do better by just trying to join them if they're damaged and get some of your money back for it. It'd be kind of interesting if Advance Wars implemented a recycle refund kind of mechanic. Oh yeah, the infantry didn't even do anything. So we're going to spend this turn just making sure that we have enough power and technique. And of course, everyone loves the power part. I actually looked this up. Nell has not changed in any of the games she's in. She's always been exactly what you see in Advance Wars 1. Well, aside from getting the superpower in Advance Wars 2. But that didn't change in Advance Wars DS either. Oh geez, you left it in 1 health? Nell, you're losing your flare there. Alright, so I'm going to stop capturing with that infantry, destroy this one. You're supposed to be able to get up to 6 points of extra damage during Lucky Star, but didn't quite work out that way. Alright, so we're definitely good on technique. I've done as much as I can for power and speed. I guess it is kind of a little more exciting to not know how you're doing as you're playing, because for that one ROM hack of Advance Wars 2, I had that little patch that showed me how good I was doing as I was playing. Mech Maze, I called it. Well, not exactly a maze and not exactly mech heavy, but I did use mechs. So there you go, another 999. And map number 4, I'm probably going to do one more because this map is stupid, so we're going to use a stupid CO. So yeah, this map has Olaf as the enemy CO, and it's really, really dumb. And we're gonna see why that is. Just send the infantry up here. We're going to see what he builds before building any offensive units. Build up that cash flow a little bit. I could build a tank now. I'll go ahead and do that. Because there's a recon coming for me. Or it's not coming for me, it's just going to do whatever. So, did you know that infantry can stand on the waterfall part of this river because it counts as a river tile? This allows infantry to move onto the river and onto this shoal towards the HQ. So yeah, I wonder what we're going to do here. Are we perhaps going to pull off yet another stupid HQ capture? I think we are. Because Olaf is going to build exclusively out of the bases in the north and off to the side here. The AI builds exclusively from whichever bases are furthest away from the HQ. That's the weakness of Advanced Wars AI. Well, one of the many weaknesses. If you're wondering why the War Room wasn't challenging and Campaign definitely was challenging, now you've got a pretty rough idea of why that is. Because you're going to see every AI quirk exploited here. And we didn't even get to do anything Drake-related. But whatever. Oh, I left it at 1 health. Oh well. We still need that 1 extra turn, so I think we can destroy 2 units. That'll guarantee us the power score. And we haven't lost a single unit, so technique is definitely in the bag. There's 1. And there's 2. So yeah, definitely one of the flawed maps that I designed. Because remember, I designed all of these in 2011. I was just stupid when I was designing Advanced Wars maps, at least for Advanced Wars 1. I think I was pretty good at designing them for 2. Alright, so that's a pretty good start to this playthrough. 4 maps down in just half an hour. I think I'll stop recording for now, and next time we'll pick back up and start playing the rest of them. Yeah, even Sonya got a perfect S rank on this. Anybody can do that.